CBS News political director and Face the Nation moderator John Dickerson is here. Also, CBS News contributor and Wall Street Journal columnist Peggy Noonan. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, John, the scenario is, what possible scenario could stop Donald Trump from wrapping it up before the convention?
Well, somebody would have to deny him the delegates in a lot of these future big contests. Now, whether that's Marco Rubio himself or it's a combination, you heard Lindsey Graham say there, Rubio and Kasich. So Rubio wins Florida, Kasich wins Ohio. Then they keep winning down the line to keep Trump from getting to 1,237 delegates that he needs. If he falls short of that, then the Republicans all go to the convention and they have a big fight about who's going to be the nominee.
You know, Peggy, last night we were talking about, and you said we're watching the Republican Party shatter right before our eyes. But Trump did well with moderates in the North. He did well with conservatives and evangelicals in the South. He said last night that he's creating a much bigger party. And in fact, turnout is way up.
Yes.
Does he have a point?
Turnout, I think, reached in certain areas historic levels. Look, we are in an amazing point where the leading nominee for the party's nomination moved forward decisively, is seen by all as the front runner. If he were not Donald Trump, would be celebrated as the probably unstoppable front runner. And what did it do last night? It started a civil war in the party. It had been building for a few days, but last night, certainly on this air, we really saw it. Marco Rubio said, Trump gets the nomination, it'll destroy the Republican Party. It will split it. This is serious stuff and uncharted territory.
Is there anything that Trump could do to heal the breach?
You know, there were things along the way that he could have done. I think he made a fatal mistake. Whatever else it was a mistake when he did this David Duke KKK stuff. That really, I suspect, blunted his progress in places like Northern Virginia. What can he do? Oh, you know, he tries to make steps forward. Last night he was serious and sober and adult and presidential, sort of, in his big acceptance speech. And then at the end, he got a little tough about Paul Ryan because he can't help himself. I don't know what he does.
It was a little weird to hear him basically threaten the Speaker of the House as sort of the leading candidate.
Yes, a little weird is one way to put it.
A lot weird to hear him threaten.
Yeah.
So I guess, do you think there'll be establishment folks who come in and start supporting Trump? Will we see more of the Chris Christies say that they're willing to go?
Well, as Peggy mentioned, what the difference now is people were moving to acceptance. They were starting to get on board. But then when he didn't move at all to condemn the KKK and white supremacists, that put Republicans in a position where they said, wait a minute, he's going to be the person defining our party. How's that going to affect me? How are candidates who are in tough races going to have to answer for every unpredictable thing he did? It wasn't just the specific thing he did. It was that it sent a message of unpredictability, which means when you get into the November races, Republicans are going to be on their own and clashing with their nominee. It was the threat to the future of Republican office holders that also made them pause.
Digging into those exit polls last night, though, we did see that late deciders did break for Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz. Does that suggest that things may be turning as we look forward to these big states on March 5th, March 8th, March 15th?
Well, those who hope Marco Rubio, or somehow they can stop Trump, they look at Virginia, where he was up by double digits, and then these attacks happened. The late deciders went to Marco Rubio. So that is the potential template. But there are also a whole lot of people who are voting for Donald Trump. You can't, for this scenario where he gets stopped at the convention, all these votes that are going to him, all this energy that's going to him has to just stop.
Voters count.
Yeah, they count. And one of the things that's turning them out is the idea that the establishment can rush in and go do something. So every time they try and stop him, they're going to create more energy to propel him.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Peggy.
Yeah.